we are deeply rooted in a cultural context of punishment and blame and shame.
Mhm.
So the restorative justice work, the active peace circle work, invites us into a completely different worldview. And we get triggered in that process, because if we're grappling with some harm at the community level, some violent act, some racist act, sexual abuse, that's triggering territory. A lot of people can't even imagine being in a circle process like that. But those of us that can and do, it hits so close to home because we're not separate again, right?
Mhm.
That harm ripples out to affect us. And so to facilitate something like that in particular requires a lot of capacity, but it's totally doable because it's aligned with life, and there's a flow and there's a humanity. So learning those principles and practices can be beneficial in any relationship.
Mhm.
Doesn't have to be, this extreme harm at the community level. But yeah, the foundation of vulnerability and a lens of, I call it basic goodness.
Mhm. Mhm.
Sister Helen Prejean, who wrote the book Dead Man Walking, talked about how everyone is more than their worst mistake. That's basic goodness, right? So, but we have a culture that just wants to cancel people out who do harm.
Mhm.
Let's just cancel that person out. No one grows, no one learns anything.
Mhm.
We don't even know the full extent of the harm because there hasn't been a process
Mhm.
to hear it, which is where restorative justice really starts. Is let's come together and hear the full extent of the harm, for starters,
Mhm.
including the ripple effects out into the community.